Hey, you guys, welcome back to the Gearhead Guy Garage. All right, in this episode, we're finally going to be able to start working on that mobile workbench that I was telling you guys about. As you can see, I already went ahead and laid out both my table saw and my miter saw. So what I'm trying to do right now is take measurements on where exactly everything is going to be. This way I can go ahead and put that on a piece of paper and I can start designing it. I also made a list of all the key features that I want incorporated into the design. So for example, one of the key features is obviously it has to be mobile. I have to be able to move the workbench anywhere in the garage or even outside if I need to. A second key feature is I want it to have its own vacuum system. And the reason why is because when we're cutting in here, sawdust gets everywhere. It gets very messy. So it'll help keep dust down to a minimum, help keep the garage cleaner longer. Okay. Another key feature that I want is I wanted to incorporate my miter saw and my table saw. Okay. And one of the last key features that I want is I want the when I bring the workbench out, I want it to have like kind of like these ears that'll go ahead and prop up. And let me show you guys what I mean. So say for example, this is the mobile workbench, okay? On all four sides, it's gonna have these ears that'll go ahead and prop up just like so, okay? And then what that'll do, it'll go ahead and give me more real estate to be able to work. And when it comes time to work, to cutting a big piece of wood, like kind of like a 4x8 sheet of plywood, I can go ahead and cut it on the workbench a lot easier, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and start measuring everything so I can figure out exactly how much material I need and what material I'm gonna need so I can go down to the hardware store and pick that up. At the end of the video, I'll go ahead and let you guys know exactly how much this ended up costing me. So in case you guys wanna build one for your own selves, you guys can do so and have a better idea of how much it's gonna end up costing you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, guys. Now it's been a few hours, and I'm still working on the design for the mobile workbench. It is taking a little bit of time just because I want to incorporate all of my ideas into it, and I want to come up with a real simple design. But what I decided to go ahead and do meanwhile is I decided to go ahead and just finish the tops for the workbenches and also install all the doors. This way I can go ahead and get them done, and those can be complete, and then I can go ahead and focus on the mobile workbench. Okay. What I started doing is I already started cutting my MDF board. All right, I already got my straight edge right here. I already checked this piece of plywood that I had, and it's pretty close to being true. I mean, it's within less than a 16th of an inch, so that's pretty good. Okay. So I pretty much just set it up right here. I got my line and I already cut most of it. I just need to go ahead and scoot it forward and finish cutting it. This piece will go on top of that one, and then that piece will go on top of this one. The only thing I got to do once I get these two pieces cut is just cut them to length and then go ahead and put them on top. And then I'll go ahead and run screws from the bottom to go ahead and make sure it's fastened. Once that's done, then I can go ahead and seal them. All right. So let me go ahead and finish up cutting this board. All right, guys. So I went ahead and cut and mounted my tops to the workbenches. Now they're not securely fastened yet. They're just there temporarily. I just wanted to make sure everything fits good. So now the only thing left to do is go ahead and pull them off, and then go ahead and give them a light sand, and then seal them. Now I'm going to be using a polyurethane satin finish, and that's just to protect the wood from any liquids, anything like that that'll go ahead and damage it. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to seal them tonight only because it's too cold. So I am going to move on to the cabinet doors. Now these are the cabinet doors that I told you guys that I ordered. Now these ones came from a company called D&A Custom Closets. They're located in Los Angeles, California. Now I've seen the quality of work that comes out of that company. You guys, it's second to none. You guys really got to check them out. If you guys ever need a company to come out and do your cabinets, whether you guys want them for your garage or you guys want kitchen or even closets, they can do some real trick stuff. You guys really need to check them out. Again, they're called D&A Custom Closets, and they're located in Los Angeles, California. I'll go ahead and put a link to their Facebook page so you guys can go ahead and check them out. Again, you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and start mounting the rest of the doors, and then I'll go ahead and get these sealed up, and then I'll show you guys exactly how that come out. All right, guys. So I just finished sanding both tops to the workbenches. Now the only thing I have to do is just go ahead and hit all the backsplashes. I'm using 320 grit sandpaper and a DA. DA makes quick work of this, but you can do it by hand. All right, you guys. So let me go ahead and just finish this up, and then we'll go ahead and hit it with the sealer. All right, you guys. So I went ahead and set everything up. Getting ready to seal these things up. Now, instead of a paintbrush, I'm gonna be using a piece of microfiber towel. The reason why is because a paintbrush will normally leave like a kind of like little streaks, and I really prefer the smooth texture that I'm sorry, the smooth finish that the microfiber towel leaves versus the paintbrush. And then also I don't have to worry about getting like having those little bristles fall off in the finish. All right, so let me go ahead and start sealing these things up, and I'll show you guys how it came out. All right, guys, and just like that, the workbenches are done. So I went ahead and threw on the tops, ran some screws in from the bottom just to go ahead and fasten it all together. And then at the last minute, I did decide to go ahead and paint the doors black. The reason why I did that is because the gray that I used on the workbenches closely matches the gray that I used on the toolbox. So I went ahead and just painted them black just to try to get everything to match. So I hit him with 3 coats of Rust-Oleum 2X, I think it's a paint and primer, and I believe it's their satin black, and they came out very nice. The last 2 coats, I went on them pretty heavy, just to go ahead and hide as much of the grain from the wood as possible, and I really like the way they came out. They came out very nice. And then the door handles, I went ahead and got those from the hardware store, threw those on there. Um, Again, I just tried to match the toolbox as much as I could. All right, you guys. So that pretty much wraps it up for the workbenches. Now all I got to do is just start building the mobile workbench so I can go ahead and complete this whole section of the garage. Once I'm done with that, I'll go ahead and reroute the airline and then throw on the window trim, and then that right there will complete the garage for right now until I come up with some other crazy idea. All right, because I need to start making time to work on the Humvee. Hopefully, not next week, but 2 weeks from now, I'm gonna start. The Humvee is coming back in, and I'm gonna start tearing into that motor. So we need to get that motor rebuilt, and we need to get it installed. So I did. I got a bunch of parts lined up. I just need to tear the motor apart and start getting it rebuilt. So it's gonna get sent out to the machine shop, and I'll be sure to document everything. You guys. This way, if you guys ever decide to do a project like that yourself, you guys know exactly how much is involved in it. But like I said, you know what, you guys, don't ever be scared to take on a project. You know what, you'll never know if you'll be able to do it if you don't try it. So like I said, these cabinets, I mean, believe it or not, these were my first cabinets I've ever made. I've never made cabinets before, and it was all made. I mean, I know they don't look like the best things, but you know what? Everything was made with recycled wood. So I really have to come out of pocket for anything on these cabinets. Matter of fact, the only thing that I paid for was the MDF, which was what, 35, $36. So that pretty much that's pretty much what it cost to build these cabinets. So it just goes to show you guys what you guys can do if you guys can just get out of the house and get in the garage. All right, you guys. So that's gonna wrap it up for today's video, you guys. Again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and then don't forget to turn on your notifications. This way, you guys can go ahead and stay notified anytime a new video comes out. because I am going to be putting out content very soon on the Humvee. So you guys definitely do not want to miss that. All right, you guys. So thank you again for tuning into the Gearhead Guy Garage. And again, Gearhead Guy out.